So we've already identified that you are an empath, someone who feels with everything in you and doesn't just feel the joy and happiness and pain and sadness and fear that your own body experiences, but you feel it for others too. So I got a really great question sent to me a few weeks ago, and the question was, how, as an empath and a mother of 5, do you not take on the stress for your children? This is a fabulous question, right? I mean, whether it's your children, your spouse, your parent, your coworker, my guess is that this is something that every single one of you has asked yourself at some point. How, as a caring, feeling being, do we not take on the stress or the pain of the people that we love? And my response to that question was that we need to start with a different question. The question that needs to be asked first is, why would we not want to? And I know it sounds kind of crazy, right? It seems obvious. For me to take on someone else's stress, it's obviously not very good for me. It might inhibit my sleep. It might alter my appetite. It might make me less productive and not able to get things done. It'll make me feel really tired and weighed down and heavy. So it's obvious that it's not good for me, right? But the real question, or the real answer, is that it's also not good for the person who we're taking it from. And I remember the first time I thought about that was really this like, wait, what kind of moment? Like, here I was, the mother who was used to making sacrifices for my 5 children, sacrifices for significant others, sacrifices for loved ones all the time. And I kind of always saw that as taking one for the team, and it wasn't that good for me, but it was being helpful, right? Helpful. As empaths, we always want to be helpful, right? So what I realized was it wasn't good for them. And I want to tell you why. With all of the family members and loved ones that I have, things come up all the time. So if one of my kids is struggling with managing their schedule, and I, as an empath, take some of that stress and that distress from them, they are less likely to learn the skill sets they need to manage their schedule better. Maybe the skills that are lacking are time management. Maybe they need to be more realistic about what they can actually accomplish in a given period of time. Maybe they need to not take as many AP classes next year, or not do as many extracurricular activities. Maybe they need to spend less time on social media and more time on the things that are important. Those are all things that, as I'm empowering my children to be functional, quality adults in the world, that they need to learn. And if I take that stress and that pain and that discomfort from them, I'm taking away their opportunity to learn that, to learn what is going to be a better choice for them in the future. And when you take away their opportunity to learn, you actually make it more likely that they're going to have more stress, more distress, more discomfort in the future. They're going to continue to repeat the same mistakes over and over, because a mistake is really not doing something wrong, right? It's a learning opportunity. If you've taken away the opportunity to learn, they haven't gained the benefit from making the mistake, and they will make it again. Here's another example. If one of my kids is really upset about how someone has treated them, someone who treated them very, very poorly, if I take away energetically, as an empathic mom, we all know how to do this, right? If I take away their pain, their anger, their stress around this, and I diffuse the situation, they may not learn to set better boundaries with that person. They may instead set themselves up to be hurt or angered or wronged by that person again in the future, because they haven't owned their own feelings and been able to act on them. So the first thing is, I would encourage you to look at where you're taking on things from other people and how it is negatively impacting them. I find that for most empaths, it's much easier to change a behavior because it's negatively impacting someone else than because it's negatively impacting ourselves. You already knew it was impacting yourself, right? Look at how it's impacting someone else, where you're taking away their opportunities to learn. And then use the tools in the toolkit to allow these feelings, whether they're yours or someone else's, to pass through you, so that you don't hold them, so that you don't take them from the people to whom they belong. From there, you'll find peace.